probably nobody's job is more front-loaded and getting everybody ready, and maybe less back-loaded when it's all, once the tournament starts, it gets better, than the guy who's the head of the volunteers. All the volunteers that have to do all that. Mike Manesiotis is it for another year. Mike, the tournament has changed on you. Only 80 players instead of 150 last year. But that has required you to make some adjustments as well, hasn't it?
Well, we made a few adjustments in the start times on Thursday and Friday with the front nine only. But all the committees are still fully staffed. Everybody still has to be here. Their jobs haven't changed.
Okay.
It's just their start times are a little bit later, which they appreciate that.
Yeah. Fewer players is a good thing for the volunteer effort, not having as many bodies to deal with and cars to find and people to shuttle places?
Well, one would think that, but our crowds are just as big, so we still have to maintain those responsibilities and that sort of thing. It's still a labor of the 4 days, but everybody looks forward to it.
How many volunteers this year?
About 1,550 right now, so it's a little bit less than we've had in years past, but that's because there's some of the technologies have changed.
Yeah, what has changed? I mean, what has changed in for different things that you have to do that even just a couple of years ago were completely different?
Well, we don't have laser shot link anymore. Now they have computers, AI, that finds the ball and locates the ball. Now, we still have to have guys out there in case the computer can't see over the hill, but that is a big change. But the build-out is much better. There's viewing stands on every hole, so we have to make sure that there are marshals in front of there to maintain control, if you will.
That's kind of fun and different, isn't it, though, to have it be a different puzzle to solve every year?
It is, and it gets bigger and better every year. While most tour events are cutting down on public seating, we increase them. Mm-hmm. We heard our people loud and clear that they want a better experience, and Steve and the team is providing it.
Steve and the team were told, the sponsors and everybody else, step it up. Well, this is not just elevated, now it's a signature event. What have you guys done to do that? Answer that?
Everything you see out there, from the build out to the way our volunteers are acting, we've all put our best foot forward. We're on a year-to-year interview, if you will, and we have to put our best foot forward every single day. The tour's watching us, and we know it, and we're going to do our best job.
Of that 1,550 volunteers that you got this year, how many are doing this for the 10th time, 20th time, most of them?
I would say we have to backfill about 10% a year.
Wow.
But there's a lot of guys out there with 20-year pins. I encourage you to look around and look on their lapel or on their hat for that little willy that says 20 years across it, and thank those guys because they've been working hard for 20 years.
I would say we want to thank those guys, and then we want to thank you for your efforts. It takes a village to put this thing on, doesn't it?
It doesn't work without the volunteers.
It certainly doesn't. Michael Manesiotis, the head of the volunteers, and now a trustee of the Heritage Classic Foundation. We'll be back with more right after this.